Hello everyone, Andre is here. Let's talk about tabs. Tab is a key on your keyboard that will allow you to navigate between focusable elements on a page. And you don't need a mouse for that. So you don't click, you don't scroll with your mouse, you use tabs to jump between focusable elements. Which are those focusable elements? These are usually form fields, so any input, select, even label, they are focusable. That means that you can focus on them, you can tab on them. All links are focusable also, so any link, you can jump to that link with your tab key. And all buttons, all elements with button will also be focusable. Now let's talk about tab index. Tab index is a special attribute that you can add to control the tabbing on your page. You can control three different things. First, you can make non-focusable element or item to be focusable. So anything not input, select, link or button, anything else like divs, like spans, paragraphs, those non-focusable elements, you have a superpower to make them focusable. That's the first thing. The second, you can do the opposite. You can remove the focus from focusable items. So you can make these focusable elements, inputs, links, buttons, to behave like not focusable. They will not be reached by a tab. Okay? And the third, you can change the tabbing order of items. So by default, tabbing order is according to how these elements appear on the page. So if I have input, then A as a link and then button, so input will get the focus first, then link and then button, because they naturally go one after another, flow in a normal flow of the page. But with tab index, I have control which of these elements can get the focus first. So let's talk about the first case when making non-focusable items actually focusable. You would add tab index equals 0, and now your non-focusable element becomes focusable. This is the example. I have a div which is not focusable by default. It's just a section on my page. This div now is focusable because I added tab index equals 0 to it. The opposite is if I will set tab index to something negative. Usually by convention we put it as -1. We can make it -1,000,000. It doesn't matter. It just matters if it is a negative value. So the first negative value is -1. That's why the convention is to put -1. Once you add this tab index equal -1 to any clickable item, that item now it's not, you can still click on it with the mouse, but you cannot tab on it or set focus on it with your tab key. It is removed from your tab index or tab order. So this link href, with href nothing, it has tab index -1. Now this link is not focusable by your tab key. We can achieve the same behavior if we will disable the element. So there is no need to add tab index -1. You can put a disabled attribute, and that will remove that element from the tabbing. By default, any disabled elements are not tabbable, not focusable. And what about the order? You can control the order of tabs happening on your elements. If you put any number as a tab index, that will be the order of your focusable elements. So let's say I have tab index 1. This element with this attribute will be the first to get focus. If you will put tab index 2, that will be the second element to get the focus. And naturally, if you go all the way to maybe 100, that will be the 100th element to get the focus. And please remember, it is very important that all interactive elements, all the elements that user can click, can interact with, they should be reached by your keyboard.